Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what promises to be a compelling and emotional chapter in the ever-evolving story of women's tennis. A story not just about rankings and trophies, but about belief, national pride, and a young star who is rapidly transforming the energy inside stadiums around the world. Today, the spotlight shines brightly on Alexandra Eala, the Filipina sensation whose rise has become one of the most captivating narratives on the WTA Tour. And as her momentum continues to build, so too does the admiration from some of the biggest names in the sport, including American star Jessica Pegula, who has now added her voice to the growing chorus of praise. Over the past 2 seasons, Eala's journey has shifted from promising prospect to undeniable force. What once felt like potential has now become performance. What once felt like hope has turned into history. Her true breakthrough moment arrived during the 2025 season at the Miami Open. That week in Florida changed everything. Entering the WTA 1000 event as an emerging talent still carving out her identity at the highest level, Eala delivered performances that stunned the tennis world. One by one, she dismantled established champions. She defeated Grand Slam winners Jelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, and world number 1 Iga Swiatek in a run that electrified fans and shook the draw. Each victory carried weight. Each one sent a message. By the time she reached the semifinals, she wasn't just a surprise package. She was the story of the tournament. Stadiums filled early for her matches. Filipino flags waved proudly in the stands. Commentators struggled to contain their excitement. The atmosphere felt less like a breakthrough and more like the arrival of a movement. Her remarkable run in Miami was eventually halted by Jessica Pegula, a seasoned competitor known for her calm precision and tactical discipline. But even in defeat, Eala had already secured something historic. Her performances propelled her into the top 100 of the WTA rankings, making her the first Filipina in history to achieve that milestone. It was a defining moment, not only for her career, but for tennis in the Philippines. And she didn't stop there. Later that same year, Eala stepped onto the grand stage of the U.S. Open and once again etched her name into the record books. By winning her opening match, she became the first woman from the Philippines to claim victory in a main draw match at a Grand Slam tournament. The significance of that achievement resonated far beyond the court. It symbolized possibility. It symbolized progress. Her ascent continued through the grass court season, where she reached her first top-level final at the Eastbourne Open in June. Though she finished runner-up, the result confirmed that her Miami run had not been a one-off spark. It was proof of consistency, adaptability, and growth. By the end of 2025, Eala had climbed as high as number 50 in the world rankings, an extraordinary rise for a 20-year-old still learning the nuances of life on tour. But 2026 has shown that she is not content with maintaining status. She is pushing forward. At the Dubai Tennis Championships, she delivered another impressive campaign, advancing to the quarterfinals of the prestigious WTA 1000 event. Her journey there was filled with intensity and resilience, before she ultimately fell in straight sets to Coco Gauff, one of the tour's most dynamic players. Yet once again, the result told only part of the story. What truly stood out in Dubai was the atmosphere. Every time Eala stepped onto the court at the Aviation Club Tennis Center, the stands were alive. The roar of support was unmistakable. Filipino fans traveled in large numbers, filling sections of the stadium with flags, chants, and unwavering belief. Players could hear it. Officials noticed it. Broadcasters talked about it. Coco Gauff herself acknowledged the electric environment, as did Amanda Anisimova. And then came Jessica Pegula's reflections, thoughtful, candid, and full of admiration. Pegula, fresh off her WTA 1000 triumph over Elina Svitolina in the final, was asked about Eala's rapid rise and the phenomenon surrounding her fan base. Her response was sincere and revealing. "Alex is amazing," Pegula said. "The way she's been able to pack stadiums and the way her country supports her is something special." Those words carried weight coming from a player who has experienced some of the sport's biggest stages. Pegula emphasized not only Eala's popularity, but her poise under pressure. She handles it so maturely, with such grace, Pegula continued. She seems so appreciative of all the support she gets. Always seems to have a good head on her shoulders and a good attitude about it. That maturity has become a defining trait of Eala's rise. While many young players struggle under the weight of expectation, she appears energized by it. She acknowledges her supporters. She embraces her responsibility. She carries herself with composure that belies her age. Pegula also recalled their meeting in Miami, the match that marked Eala's explosive introduction to the global audience. I played her when she kind of broke out last year in Miami, Pegula said. I'm from there. The whole crowd was against me. I was like, what on earth is going on? Where did these people come from? It was a light-hearted remark, but it underscored something powerful. Eala's support is not confined to one region. It travels. It grows. It multiplies. Week after week, tournament after tournament, her fan base shows up. Pegula observed how that support has remained consistent as Eala established herself as a legitimate contender on tour. As she has done well and established herself as a really good player on tour, they all come out to support her, Pegula explained. We saw that in Australia. When it was kind of overcrowded, they put her on too small of a court. Even in Melbourne, organizers underestimated the demand. Fans overflowed into aisles. Spectators strained for space. The noise level rivaled that of marquee matchups featuring long-established champions. And in Dubai, the phenomenon continued. You can hear from the hotel, Pegula added. You can hear the crowd roaring at night. It's incredible. Imagine that. A crowd so passionate that its echoes carry beyond the stadium walls, into the quiet corridors of a hotel. That is not ordinary support. That is cultural pride expressed through sport. Pegula didn't stop at admiration. She recognized the broader significance of what Eala represents. I think it's awesome for what she's doing for the sport, she said. She's a perfect role model for it. I'm sure she wants to inspire girls, Filipino girls, to play tennis and go after their dream. That sentiment captures the essence of Eala's impact. Beyond rankings, beyond match results, she is opening doors. She is expanding tennis' global footprint. She is showing young athletes in Southeast Asia that their dreams are valid and attainable. Representation matters. Visibility matters. For years, the Philippines has celebrated champions in boxing, basketball, and other disciplines. Now, through Eala, tennis has a new national beacon. Her journey is still unfolding. There will be challenges ahead. The WTA Tour is relentless. Consistency at the highest level demands physical endurance, mental resilience, and tactical evolution. Opponents will study her patterns. They will adjust. They will test her. But if the past 2 seasons have shown anything, it is that Eala rises to tests. She has faced Grand Slam champions without hesitation. She has competed in finals. She has navigated hostile environments and embraced overwhelming support. She has balanced expectation with humility. And perhaps most importantly, she has maintained perspective. The admiration from peers like Jessica Pegula reflects more than just competitive respect. It highlights a recognition that something meaningful is happening in women's tennis. Something organic, something exciting, something that feels fresh. When stadiums fill for a 20-year-old rising star, when fans chant her name across continents, when top players openly praise her composure and influence, that is not hype. That is substance. Alexandra Eala's story is still being written, chapter by chapter. From Miami's breakthrough to Dubai's roaring nights, from historic firsts to future ambitions, she stands at the intersection of talent and transformation. And as the tour moves forward into the heart of the season, one thing is certain. Wherever Alex Eala plays, the world and an entire nation will be watching.